So in this example, we're going to draw a scatter plot for the average temperature versus the gas consumed. In this example, we happen to have the average temperature in degrees Celsius versus the gas consumed cubic feet for a house that had just had insulation installed, and this was collected on random winter days. The first thing to figure out is what is your independent variable and what is your dependent variable, or what is your predictor variable and what is your response variable. So we will consider in this case that temperature seems to make more sense to be the predictor variable, and gas consumed seems to make more sense to be the dependent variable or the response variable. So I went ahead and said x equals average temperature, because we usually use x for independent variable, and y equals gas consumed. I am going to use R to create this plot, so I went ahead and put the temperatures into R. I called it temp. You can call it temperature, you can type whatever you want. R is case sensitive, so if you use a capital T in your temperature, then you will need to continue to use that capital T. So I personally use everything small, lowercase, so I don't have that issue. Then I did gas for gas consumed, and I typed that in, and these are the commands for typing in the data. Once I've done that, I then say, okay, I would like to plot it, and so I do a plot of temperature because I want that on the horizontal axis, comma gas because I want that on the vertical axis. You can stop there, but it's nice to have a title, so I went ahead and called it main is what R calls title, so main equals. Put it in quotes. The quotes are important because that's whatever's in quotes will get printed exactly as it is, typos and all. So in quotes, I wanted the title to be gas consumption after insulation, and then end quote. Don't forget to end quote because that sometimes causes you issues, so do watch your quotes. Then I put a comma, and then I like to label the x-axis, so the command is xlab, and I'm going to call it average outside temperature in degrees C, and then again it's in quotes because I wanted to actually display that. I also want to label on the y-axis, so that's ylab equals, and again in quotes I put gas consumed in cubic feet. And then the last thing is that R sometimes decides how it wants to do the y-axis, what it wants to have it go between. And a lot of times R and other graphing programs will pick it to be whatever it wants. And I like my y-axis to start at 0. So this is the limits on the y-axis, so y lim equals C between 0 and 5. So that means that 0 will be the starting point, 5 will be the upper point, because that kind of fits my data. So I looked at my largest y, saw a 4.5, and decided that 5 made sense. And when I did that, this is the graph I get. So once you hit return, the graph you get will be this. Don't forget to close your parentheses. And this is a nice graph, and this looks fairly linear. So it looks like we have a very nice linear relationship. It is a negative because you can see it's going down as x is increasing.